the Quran. I'm bringing in another text so that we understand our principle. So we have a Chinese text, and you probably have heard this text and a meaning of it. But I'm disputing, and both of us don't know Chinese. So we have possible ways to resolve the dispute by, you said, going to, number one, you said, people who speak Chinese. Good. Number two, go to online, and you said YouTube, for example. Okay. Now, when it comes to going to people, which people? So there are people who speak Chinese. Do I go to any person who speaks Chinese to get the meaning? Because is it possible one Chinese person can give me one meaning, another Chinese person who speaks Chinese, rather, a person who speaks Chinese gives another meaning? Is it possible?
Sure.
Good. So we have a problem here in the very first possibility of how we resolve the dispute. People who speak Chinese, they can give different meanings. So it's not a really robust way of solving our dispute of the meaning of the Chinese text. Let's go online. If it's online and YouTube, you said, like my son or my daughter can make YouTube videos and say this is what it means. It's not going to be easy to solve the dispute because people can claim what it means to me. So when you go online and when you go YouTube, who should we be going to?
Shamoun.
He speaks Chinese?
Some Shamoun.
So he speaks Chinese, right?
Arab.
Stop.
Or Christian.
Oh, stop.
Or
Relax. Does he speak Chinese?
Christian Prince, he speak Arab.
Does he speak Chinese?
He speak Arab. And
Do they speak Chinese?
I speak Arab.
We are disputing the text of a Chinese text. A book in Chinese.
No, we're speaking about Arab.
No.
We're talking about.
In my example.
Why does in Surah 33:56, Allah and His messenger and His angel pray?
Isn't that what we're trying to answer?
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying.
So
that's Arabic, yeah? Arabic. So those who I don't speak Arabic, so but I know
how do
online, I know online people speak with Christian Prince.
Slow down. Slow down.
He speak Arabic.
So let's understand your principle of how you resolve the dispute. So you have these two individuals that you mentioned.
Christian Prince.
Come on. Two individuals you mentioned who speaks Arabic, right? Good. And we have many individuals, even in this park, who speaks Arabic. Okay. So why is the individuals here who speaks Arabic, their meaning is not acceptable to you, and the meaning is acceptable from those two individuals? What is special about those individuals that someone here, Siraj, do you speak Arabic a little bit?
Yes.
Good. So for example, why is the meaning of the Arabic text in this chapter not acceptable to you from Brother Siraj, but acceptable from those two other individuals, when all three of them speak Arabic? There's some problem here, isn't it? So how do you resolve this problem?
So let's do what they say and check the fact.
It's okay, brother. It's okay. You've done your job, mashallah, alhamdulillah. You know, the point is made.
Don't worry, I am also speak Arabic.
You speak Arabic too. Okay, don't worry about it. So now let me give you.
So I hear what he say. What he say,
and
whoever say, and then check the facts. You know, if you match
okay.
what they say.
So let me understand now your principle again. So now you have several Arabic-speaking people, and they give you conflicting meanings. You yourself don't speak Arabic. So how are you going to know where lies the facts?
Yeah. So I listen to what they say, then I make up my own mind.
Now, how would you make up the mind? Because you don't know Arabic.
Because I gotta listen to what he says.
Yeah,
what
good.
He says.
How do you know who's speaking the facts?
You know what I'm saying? Then you as I say, you check it out. Listen to audio. So you listen to. You check it out.
You don't know Arabic language, so how do you check?
You know what I'm saying? Find out those who are genuine.
Hang on. When you say genuine, so you have about 2 billion Muslims. They don't accept what your two individuals say. So you're saying those 2 billion Muslims are not genuine, but only two human beings are genuine. Does that make sense to you?
That is only true.
Okay. the two individuals that you brought forward, they have a meaning to this text, and 2 billion Muslims have a different meaning to this text. You as an individual who have a brain, tell me, which meanings are you going to take from? The 2 billion agree on something, or 2 people? What is your criteria on accepting which one and why?
Repeat the question.
Okay, I'll repeat it. To understand the meaning of the text, what exactly it says, 2 billion people, they say this is what it means. They agree on it. And only 2 people that you brought, they say no, it means this instead.
Actually,
So
there's more people.
you brought 2 people, let's stick to the 2 people. So why are you going to accept the meaning of the text from 2 people instead of 2 billion people when they agree on that?
Who are the 2 billion people? Who are the 2 billion?
Muslims. 2 billion Muslims.
There's more people that agree with that meaning.
Do you think the meaning of the text is agreed by more than 2 billion people on this, what it means?
Because prayer, salat, you know, when Muhammad said,
You're now telling me what it means. We are saying,
because
Stop.
I'll check it out.
Look,
Because
wait.
I'm not gonna just take what they say and run with it.
Okay.
Just because they're 2 billions.
Okay.
Listen, there's a way that seems
Can
right
I-
to men, but ends in destruction. Just because a lot of people are following it,
Okay.
I'm not gonna follow them.
okay, you know what?
That's it.
Okay, maybe, you know what? Okay, let's give you some credit there. Maybe 2 billion people are wrong in understanding what it means, and 2 persons knows. Fine. Can I suggest an alternative? That when we want to resolve a dispute when it comes to language, we go to authorities of the language. It could be someone who is a lexicographer, someone who is a linguist of the language, or we go to the lexicons, dictionaries of that language, authoritative dictionaries. Is that a better way? Very good, we agree, I agree with you. So when it comes to linguistic disputes, we need to go to the authoritative dictionaries of that language. So when it comes to dispute about Arabic text of the Quran, what it means, we need to go to the authoritative dictionaries of Arabic language. Do you agree? Good. So name me 3 authoritative dictionaries of the Arabic language that we should go to, and you have consulted already.
You tell me because you speak Arabic.
I didn't have a problem with this. You disputed it, and you said it didn't mean that. So, name me one.
I haven't got that with me right now.
Do you know a name of an Arabic authoritative dictionary?
No, I don't. No, I don't.
You don't. Right. So, from the start, from the get-go, there's a problem in your research. When you said I looked into it, there's a problem there, which is when you have a dispute of a text, what it means, instead of going to the right source, you went to the wrong source. The wrong source will always mislead you, okay? Because they're not authoritative. If there were someone who knows the Arabic language like a dictionary, an authoritative person, I would say, yep, we can take what they say at least. But as you know, I know these 2 individuals, they're not authorities.
I know he speaks Arabic.
So does he. So does this brother. So it's not about someone speaking the language. We went.
I need us to break it down.
No. What we have done here is this. Instead of taking the people who speak the language, we've gone to the authorities of that language. And authorities of the language is they are referring to the standard authoritative dictionaries, lexicons.
Have you got the dictionary? yourself?
And I do, in fact,
Show me.
I went.
Show me what's
No. Listen, I'm not going to spoon feed you when you have inadequate, insufficient, unacceptable research. Your research needs to be modified by going back to those dictionaries and see what the dictionary says. I myself actually have done that, and I have made a video already, and it's online, and you missed it. It's actually called on this very, does Allah pray? And you missed it. You could have just simply typed in on Google or on YouTube. Let's do that, okay? I'll show you something. Look, okay. You think I'm just making this up, maybe? Okay, so let's go to YouTube here. Let's go to search. And does Allah pray? Oh, look at that. First page. Look. Can you see the picture? Does it look like me?
Looks like your brother.
Looks like my brother. It's got my name on it as well. It's Mansur. And it's on my channel called Dawah.
You're not twins.
Yeah, look, it's on my channel as well. Okay, that's one. I'll show you another one on the same video. This, in fact, once you know my name, does Allah pray, and put then Mansur on it. Yeah? Since now you've known my name. And guess what? What it brings. Oh, look. Claim of Allah praying, Brother Mansur, 4 years ago. So when you...
I could show you.
No.
I could show you different
Stop.
As you go online.
No, stop.
I could show you. There's a lot of video.
No, I have a point.
Allah prays.
You know,
Who did he pray to?
I am making a point. You did research by going online, and you missed the vital research by my humble self. I'm sure you could do it. You could do it. You could have done it. Okay? They didn't have time to do it. I took some time to do it. That's the difference. In this, what did I do? I went through the classical dictionaries. Most of them, if not all of them, that is something sufficient for this. And I went through and I explained, and I answered that question already. So your research from the get-go wasn't a research. It was really a very bad attempt in exploring and learning someone else's faith, which is really not something that we should do in this day of age. If I want to learn about your faith, I'm not going to go to someone who doesn't have a clue about your faith. I should go to your scholars, your scripture, your commentaries. Do you agree? To learn about your faith? We expect the same from you, that if you want to have some understanding of our faith, go to our authoritative sources. So I explained there from authoritative dictionaries that the word salat, okay, salah as you're saying, has several meanings. One of the meaning, as everyone understands, including yourself, is about worshipping or praying. But it has also other meanings, which is about magnification of praise, mercy, glorification, blessings. It means all of that from the Arabic language itself. So we cannot go and say, oh, who does Allah pray? Because it becomes laughable. Because in context, Arabic language demonstrates to you that this meaning cannot be applied. Which meaning applied? As it fits in the Arabic language in context. Because, for example, the tree has a bark and a dog barks too. But you can't say this bark, does this tree have a bark means he's actually barking? We have to contextualize the words and meanings within the framework of a context. So that's exactly, my friend, what we expect you as a critic of Islam, as a non-believer in Islam, to do. So I want to summarize. I want to summarize. So I want to summarize. 30 seconds. So I want to say, stop going further on this topic. Go home or take a break over there. It's only a small video. Listen to it. And then formulate your research question again.
Yeah,
does that sound sensible?
Just like you, just when I speak to the guy and he called you. Yeah. So I go to people who are more knowledgeable
than by the dictionaries?
The guy was speaking to.
No.
The guy was
are you guys more knowledgeable than the authoritative dictionaries? I apologize. I apologize. Do you accept?
As the guy was speaking to, he called you, right? Which are not knowledgeable, right? So the people I go to, they're more knowledgeable and know they know their stuff. You know what I'm saying? They know their stuff. So that's why I go to them. You know what I'm saying? I measure the name Christian Prince.
Is he knowledgeable?
Very
okay.
knowledgeable.
Does he lie?
No.
Okay, one second. Stop there. Wait, 1 second. Now, go to YouTube again. Look. Look.
So.
No, 1 second. 1 second. You say he doesn't lie. What if we show you more than 100 videos done exposing his lies? Not one, not two, not 5, not 10, not 50, more than 100 lies.
No, now we go to another topic.
No, we're not. Because you are going to a person who is a liar. Why would you go to a liar?
Some Shamoun. Sam Shamoun, go to, you know what I'm saying? These people know
Where did you
that-
study
that-
Arabic?
these-
Okay, this
these-
individual you mentioned, wait 1 second. This individual that you mentioned, where did he study Arabic? I can tell you why I studied Arabic. I studied Arabic in the University of Damascus. Where did he study Arabic?
You're going to ask him?
You are bringing him as an authority. So you should have some knowledge already. Otherwise, you're going by what? Blind assumptions.
He speaks Arabic. He speaks, I know he speaks.
Where did he study Arabic? Look at the quality of your research. The difference between...
Christian Prince.
No, I'm talking... Look, Christian Prince, as you said, this individual, I don't know why you call him a prince.
Because that's the name. The princess. Because that's the name.
Oh, his name is Christian as well. Okay, let's call him Christian. The Christian, does he lie? And you said no. And I said, what if I were to give you in the YouTube more than 100 videos about it?
We all lie.
No, documented lies.
Bro, all of us have lied.
Documented lies. Do you consider it moral that a 90-year-old man has intimate relationship with a 14-year-old female? Because I don't want to call it lady or a girl. I don't know which one you want to apply. The choice is yours. A 14-year-old female is a girl or a woman? Decide. A 14-year-old female,
choose.
human female, is she a girl or a woman?
You choose, you speak. You
No, I want you to tell me.
No, you're telling me the example. You just
No, you need to tell us. Is a 14-year-old Maryam? She could have been even less. She's maximum 14 years old. Is she a woman or a girl? Is it difficult for you to answer?
What's the point?
I will tell you the point. First answer. A 14-year-old Mary, is she a woman or a girl?
What do you think?
What do you think is the question?
No, tell me what you think. Well,
I'll tell you. What do you think? We are all listening. Every 23 plus 2 other sisters just joined now. What do you think? 21, 5 of us want to know. What do you think?
I'll tell you what I think.
Go ahead.
What I think is.
A 14-year-old girl is? A girl person is?
What I think is. Why would a 45 years old man marry a 16-year-old?
That wasn't his question. That wasn't his question.
That's the thing.
What do you say about a 14-year-old female human? Is she a girl or a woman? The answer is, she's a girl, she's a woman. I don't know. I don't care. Maybe something else. Which one? I've given you so many options. Come on.
Which one? That one.
That one. Which one was that?
You tell me.
You tell me. I don't care. That was I don't care, I think. That's the problem. Young individuals like yourself should care because you are the future leaders of this world. You will be the beacon to transform societies from darknesses into light. You will be the beacon to stop oppression, injustice.
Jesus is
Now,
the light of the
if you
world.
say,
Jesus is the light of
listen,
the world.
if you say, while you understand your role and responsibility, I don't care, then you're doing a disservice. So you should care and say, okay, she is a woman. Let's take that, she's a woman. So do you consider a 90-year-old man having intimate physical relationship with a 14-year-old woman moral? Do you consider it moral?
No.
Okay, so what God did in the Bible, which God approved of, is immoral.
What, in the
Reject the Bible, in 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 the Christian
person
belief.
you're talking about is not the seal of the prophet. Like
Did
Muhammad.
God approve or disapprove of that?
Wait, Muhammad is the seal of the prophet. He's the example we should follow. So if you follow his example, you get locked up.
Who, where?
In this day and age. Can you hear? If you marry, if you're 54 years old, marry a young child with 6,
Okay.
and have sex with.
So if you marry, if a man
he's
marry,
9.
okay, if a man marries a man, do you get locked up?
The one we live is corrupt.
Look at the world that we're living in. You're giving me an example of how you'd be locked up. in a system in which man marries a man and you're going to get locked up? No, you're not going to get locked up.
No, I'm gonna get locked up.
Right. So you're not going to locked up. So let's come back again. Look, I wanted to leave that conversation a long time ago.
Muhammad, bro, because that's the.
Do you disagree with him? Removing a thorn from the road. Do you disagree?
Condemning is example. We can't follow. We can't follow his example now.
Okay. What age should one marry?
You know what I'm saying? You can't follow example.
Okay, let's test it. Let's test it. What age, according to the Bible, not according to UK law, because UK law doesn't put two men marrying each other in prison. So don't bring UK law here. According to the Christian law in the Bible, if it has any, what age should what age should a male, human male, marry a human female? Go ahead. Then we will see whether marrying by a 50-year-old to a 9-year-old is moral or immoral. So tell me now, according to the standards set by your God in the biblical scripture, what age should a human male marry a human female?
No one their child.
What age? Give me the age. Shall I say case dismissed?
Look it up. Not sure exactly what age is. No, I don't want to give you any age.
Is there an age? Is there an age? Let me help you out. Is there an age? Sorry, let my brother help you out. Is there an age?
I'm not sure.
There isn't. Since the absence of any age, is it possible that people can say, actually, a 2-year-old can marry a 90-year-old? Because there is nowhere does God approve or condemn these marriages because the age is not specified. You are now in a bigger problem, my friend. A 1-year-old, a 1-day-old baby can be married by a 90-year-old. How are you going to say it's wrong, immoral? Because Bible doesn't say anything about it. Doesn't condemn it.
You see, we're talking about the seal of the prophet, mate, which is Muhammad.
Is the Bible is now on trial. The Bible is on trial. Defend it.
We cannot follow his example.
Defend it.
You know what I'm saying? We cannot follow.
The Bible is on trial, my friend. Don't you get
the
it?
prophet, bro. How we can't follow him?
Look.
We can't follow.
Remember what I said. You are very intelligent.
You know what I'm saying?
And you have common sense.
And you see, Jesus Christ is a difficult of
Okay, look.
He never sinned.
What's the sin of prophet?
You know what I'm saying? He never sinned.
Can I say something?
Yeah. And even the Quran speak highly of Jesus' mother, Maryam. Sure. She's above all women. How come it does not speak about Muhammad's mother when he's the son of the prophet?
Beautiful question. But let's return to the question that we're discussing first. Right. We are discussing about, does the Bible, I'm speaking now, does the Bible condemn marriage between a 90-year-old and 1-day-old Christian baby? The Bible doesn't anywhere. So you're in a problem. How do we then say, in fact, let's leave the Bible aside because the Bible doesn't help you here. Okay? So now we want to know, how do we judge something moral or immoral? For example, let me make it simple for you because you're an intelligent person, you'll get it like that. If I said, look, this tripod is 5 centimeters short. What it means is I have a standard that I'm measuring against. And it is about a standard in length. It may be 25 centimeters and this is 20. So to say something is short or long, tall, to say something is moral, immoral, you now realize we need a standard against which we judge and say, this is immoral based on that standard. Do you agree? Of course you do, because you are an intelligent person. What is the standard according to God in terms of the age of marriage? Do you have any? Because based on that standard, we will say that is immoral or that is moral. For example, if God gives you a standard, marry between man and woman, and then when you have man and man marrying together by the church and Pope approves of it, you will say it's still immoral because God said so according to his own standard. Do you follow? So what is the standard God has given you when a human male should marry a human female? Do you have a standard?
Okay.
No, thank you. in the absence of a standard from your part, my intelligent friend, you cannot judge anything as moral or immoral. Okay? It's been nice and pleasure speaking to you. May God guide you closer and closer to the truth. You already believe in Him, but you have a slightly misconception of Him. We don't somehow make you and disrespect you for that. What we are saying is, you have a heart that needs a little bit of working to do, the mind, little of working to do, and God willing, He will guide you to the true path. You only need to approach Him. God says, our Prophet ﷺ said, I'm going to finish with this. Whoever goes to God with like one span, God comes to him like a handspan. If you go to Him with one handspan, He comes to you like two handspan. If you go to Him, if you approach Him walking, He comes to you running. That is how God wants people to approach Him, but He takes even more step of giving you that guidance. If you really are sincere and you want the truth and you approach Him, you will get the truth from God. Thank you very much for being a nice gentleman and pleasure speaking to you.
Jesus Christ is the way, the truth, and the life.
Yeah.
No man can come to the Father but through Him.
I agree at this time. Thank you.